Hi, in this video I want to show how you can install Laravel with Docker in a few minutes. So the first step that I did is I go to Laravel Git repository and then I select the version that I want to download. In this case the 5.8 version. Now I extract it in here and that's the first step. So all I need to do now is to get this application running. To do this I use this Laravel Docker package here. You can find it in the video description and I download it. And I just take the Docker Compose file, the dev and the environment. That's because I don't have an environment in this new application. If you have an existing Laravel application, just adjust your Laravel environment and make sure the DB host and the DB credentials look like this. So actually, you can change these parameters. So database and username, they are not, you can choose them as what you want. Secret also, but once you have built the container, the database will be created in the background using these values. The DB port should actually match your Docker Compose YML. So we have the DB service, and here's the internal port. And the DB host should match the Docker Compose YML service name. Okay, but if you have a new application like here, we don't have to worry about it. Everything matches. And I just need to build the image. So Docker Compose app detach and build. So in my case, I have built that before, so you can build it using the catch. It goes very easy. And I can just check Docker PS, and I see localhost 8005 is my domain. If I start it, then I see fail to open stream. That's because I first need to run Composer install, right? So imagine I want to use my local Composer and I call Composer install, then this may fail. So for example here, with my current setup, the PHP on my machine is not matching up what is expected. So in this case, I would need the MB string to install to the MB string extension. Or maybe you need to update your PHP version or something like this. And this is the great thing about Docker, because I don't want to use the Composer version that is locally installed on my computer, but I want to use the one that is installed in the Docker container. So I go into the container. You can do that with the exec command. Then I have to name the service, and the service is called app. So I say app, and then I want to bash into it. Here we are. Here I can call Composer install, and that's using the PHP version that I have specified in my Docker file. So the Docker file, I have specified this PHP version, and here you can also see that I'm downloading the Composer image. And if you want to change PHP 7 to PHP 8, you can just do it here and rebuild the image. This is why Docker is so great. You can just change the PHP version. Or something else which is cool is we can, if you want to use a higher MySQL version, you just change it to 8 and that's fine. So this is what's really amazing about it. And while this Composer is taking its time, we can already see how we can connect to the database. So the database has a port 3307. So I would use MySQL Workbench to create a new connection. Oops, I did this one before. Don't need that. So let's say I have Docker Laravel. Then I set the port as 3307. And the username and password is actually taken from the environment. So username is local developer in this case, and password is secret. So test the connection, it works. And now I can see local Laravel is the table name. This is also what I specified here, the database name, sorry. And there are no tables in here yet. That's okay. So, Composer has worked. Let's see what happens if I open the page now. Application encryption key has not been specified, so I do PHP artisan key generate. Application key has been set successfully. Laravel application is working, and I can also start PHP unit from inside the container. Perfect. Okay, so two things that I want to mention finally is I have included these aliases, and I love them a lot because remember I just had to go to the Docker Composer Excel app. I had to go into the container, and from inside the container I could call PHP unit or I could call artisan. But with the aliases, I can just run PHP unit in the folder, and it will automatically call PHP unit inside the container. And also, I have an alias for artisan, so artisan will actually go into the container and call their PHP artisan whatever. So if I call key generate, generate like this, then it works. Or I could just call artisan migrate. And now, if I go back to my MySQL workbench and refresh the data, then I can see I have my tables, my migration and user tables and so on. So that's it. That's all you need to do to get Docker Compose up running. And I hope you like your new Laravel application in your Docker file. See you.